My dad was a mama's boy, but not in the toxic, annoying way. She saved his life multiple times. First, when he was just a newborn in North Korea, my grandmother smuggled him past the guarded boundary to South Korea. He was crying so hard, as babies do, and she was so scared that he would alert the soldiers guarding the 38th parallel, so she pressed him to her and crept towards a rice paddy. Then she quietly slid into the filthy water with her baby, praying she wouldn't slip in the mud, and surged past the guards with my father in tow. And then, on foot, she made it to the southern half of the peninsula until she was reunited with her husband. Her husband, it turns out, wasn't always kind to her or to my father. Daddy told me that on more than one occasion, my grandmother put herself between her husband and her son to shield my father from destructive bouts of rage and abuse. Many years later, when my father was drafted to serve in Vietnam, a war he didn't want to go to, on the morning he left, my grandmother held his hand through the window of the train, running alongside it, praying for him while the snow collected on her shoulders. He told me that the sound of her voice, the vision of her running with the train, stayed with him and kept him safe during the war. He told me this story the morning she died, before he burst into tears. He was shaking so hard, my maternal grandmother had to hold his shoulders and comfort him. It's strange, because I grew up with this woman, this tower of a woman, never knowing that a superhero was teaching me how to tie my shoes or brush my teeth, or yelling at me to eat every last kernel of rice. When my first cookbook came out, the New York Times hailed it as one of the best books of the year. My parents and I drove all around town picking up copies of the paper. Daddy took several photos of it with his phone. Then, while sipping on his coffee, out of nowhere, he said to me, "Your grandma, she would be so proud."